Hi, my name is Tom Lazarus. Today, my guest is Mr. Vineet Nambiar, who's a very personal friend of mine, and he's an entrepreneur. He's been in Doha for almost, I think, what, 25 years?
Yeah.
25 years, and
In fact, more than that.
more than that. Yeah, but I just want to make you look younger. I just want to make you look younger, so that's it.
26.
26 years, yeah, 26 years. Let's put
Right.
26 years. And Vineet is an entrepreneur. He's also the chairman or the chairperson for
I chair the Hong Kong Middle East Chamber.
Hong Kong Middle East Chamber, yeah,
Yeah.
and
For external affairs. Yeah.
external affairs.
Yeah.
So mostly he's in Doha and also in most parts of East Asia. He brings business from there to here.
No,
Is that how?
the chamber's job is to help, facilitate, promote business between the Gulf
Okay,
or the Middle East, larger Middle East, and Hong Kong and Greater China. Right. So that's the fundamental objective because there are on both sides.
both sides.
There are companies here who want to probably expand or sell there or want to raise funding there. There are companies in Hong Kong, China who want to probably sell or want to expand here or invest here for that matter. Now a lot of Hong Kong Chinese investors are looking to invest in the Gulf.
In the Gulf,
And
okay.
so
Yeah.
as they look for new international markets, given the whole tariff situation
Yes.
globally, so they're looking at the Gulf.
Yes.
So
To bridge that.
the bridge that. So chamber helps in facilitating, and even and also an opportunity to work with government agencies sometimes to facilitate wherever needed, in terms of helping them.
How does Qatar see China? Are they partnered with Qatar with and China in many significant
There are a
projects?
lot of things, but I mean,
I think like Kita is a Chinese brand.
great,
Yes.
great story, right?
Yes.
So Kita is actually the Chinese mainland app is actually called Meituo, right?
Mitterrand.
Meituo. I don't know. I'm not sure about how they pronounce it. It's Meituo.
Okay.
Maybe the pronunciation is different in Mandarin, but that's how in English that's how we pronounce it. So when they wanted to expand globally, this is what the playbook of many Chinese companies is, right? When they want to expand globally, they first test in Hong Kong,
Yeah.
because though Hong Kong is effectively part of China. They're like one country, two systems, and Hong Kong has an international system. It's historically been British law, and
Yeah.
so they always test their international for a first with Hong Kong. So when they entered Hong Kong, they rebranded it or called the app as Kita.
It's Kita.
So that's how it started in Hong Kong,
Okay.
Kita, right? And then once they were happy, or they've anglicized the app.
Yes.
They've understood the operational challenges in non-mainland China markets. When they perfected, they say, okay, now we're good to expand it even further overseas. So they first decided to look at the Gulf. So it first started in Saudi, in the Oman, Qatar,
Yeah.
and now only UAE,
Now,
right?
yes.
So they've taken a very unconventional approach, right? Typically, people go to the UAE first.
Yes.
And so that's how, yeah. So Kita is one great example
Yes.
of mainland China offering, and which Kita actually, Kita was the app that was formed in Hong Kong, the parent company being Meituo. Yeah.
So, but their office here is with Qatar Financial Center
I think,
under
yeah.
QFC,
Yeah.
and they have a lot of branch. The drivers, the riders are provided by different various other companies. So they have an agreement with these various companies. So when you Google Kita, you'll get these various offices, but
Right.
not this thing. So the moment you hit contact number of Kita,
Right.
it goes to the Ned Doha phone number.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
So,
I don't
so
know
I was
that.
really
Yeah,
surprised.
this
So
is news to me. Yeah.
I was surprised
Right.
that how come Ned Doha is
Right.
connected with Kita,
Right.
because I wanted to interview Jane Liu,
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out a path, a channel
Right.
to get Jane Liu here,
Yeah. Yeah.
to because we know she spoke to the Peninsula in August, and it gave a very elaborate plan of how she sees Middle East, because Doha, even though very small, it has many service providers. We have Rafiq, we have Talabat, we have Deliveroo, we have Sununu, we have all these. So and Kita has come in and taken it by storm.
Right.
It has completely
Right.
changed
Right.
the dynamics of ordering this thing. And the other thing is that they have their target audience is more the restaurants, and then the consumers.
Right.
They've given more significance to the restaurants. Even though other apps do the same,
Right.
but Kita has a different approach to the restaurants. They have a
So, Kita, very interesting. See, they started with this huge discounts offers, right?
Yes.
But they have a very interesting strategy. They're even addressing those restaurants which traditionally were overlooked by the other providers.
Yes.
The Talabats, I don't know if you're allowed to mention all the competition,
Yes.
right? Because they saw, maybe or many of these restaurants themselves were not keen because they didn't want to part away with their revenue, and so they didn't find that appealing. They would rather just address their constituency. They don't expect someone in Bakra doesn't expect someone from Lucelle to place an order, and they don't want to. They don't think it was worthwhile giving away that percentage. But Kira is now getting even those guys to come on board, through attractive incentives and through other, strategy.
I was surprised to know the salary package of a Kita driver.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that. It's higher?
Yeah. 8,500 reals.
Wow.
I know. I need a change in profession. Yeah.
I'm sure about that. I don't know.
Real.
I don't know how they make it work then.
8,500
Yeah.
reals. Yeah. I was shocked.
But they don't usually pay fixed, right?
Yeah.
They usually pay per delivery kind
It's
of
a
thing.
fixed.
It's a fixed package.
They get 8,500 reals.
Wow.
I was shocked.
That's news. Yeah.
I said, I had a friend of mine who was a teacher in a famous school here.
Right.
He reached out to me and said, "Tom, I need a switch job." I said, "Why?" I said, "I'd rather, I said, all I have to do is deliver food."
Right.
Yeah, I said, and it's better than teaching,
No, it's good in the
stress
sense
level it's less.
No, I don't know. See, if that means the cost of operations will be significantly high, or it could be a very smart ploy to make it as less attractive to join other companies, because for them, expansion becomes a problem then, right?
Yeah.
So, or they're forced to, pay those kind of wages. So, yeah, so that'll be
There's a
interesting.
lot of
That's a lot of money. Yeah, for a.
Yeah, the other day somebody also reached out to me saying that can I buy 10 bikes to give it to Kita? Yeah, and I said, is that allowed? The first question that I had in my mind was, are you allowed to do that?
Right.
Legally, we are not allowed to
Right.
rent bikes and give it out on to
Right.
this thing.
Right.
You can cut this. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't want to put this in the.
Yeah, we can put it.
No, we
Eventually, you can move around
Yeah,
this.
no,
Yeah.
we can't.
We can't put what about
We can't put this
salary thing.
salary thing. We cannot.
Yeah. Don't remember about.
We cannot put the. We cannot put the this thing. Yeah. 7 minutes ಆಯ್ತು ಕೀಟದ ಮಾರ
ಅಲ್ಲ
ಕೀಟ ഒരു interesting topic.
We will, we interesting topic. But why we spoke about Kita?
Yeah.
A wave of Chinese tech
Yes.
is going to hit the Gulf.
Yeah.
Kita is just, you're going to see what's going to happen one. Because what, you used to always ask me, why are you always
In China.
traveling in China,
Yeah.
right? So I always tell, going to China is a pilgrimage to the future, right?
Is it?
You go there, you see the innovations that's actually happening.
Yes.
Primarily, what people don't understand is because they don't have IP laws restricting the competition. For example, if I do something innovative, Tom can copy it.
Okay.
And then tomorrow I can copy what Tom has done and build on that. So, so the pace of innovation is fast. You go in the West,
Yes.
they'll be suing each other on IP.
Yes.
Oh, you stole mine, I stole mine. So, Kita is the first example. They're going to bring and they're bringing a lot of capital. So, the best thing about China is one of those regions where they sometimes, we don't want your money. We want to enter. For us, the main thing is market access, and this is what we want to. We want the right partnership, the right ecosystem partners to be to take our products. Kita is probably one of them. Now you can see a wave of e-commerce, a wave of so many other companies, tech companies, based companies following up, right? My passion has been robotics and all those kind of things, right? Consumer tech as well. So when that actually happens, it's a very interesting. So Kita is the first taste, literally, food, is where we are getting a taste of Chinese tech, that's going to hit the region, right? So it's exciting because till now we have already had US or Western tech, and then you had local tech. In food space, we even had Indian. We had Zomato, and Zomato was very successful, especially in the UAE. It sold out, I think, Talabat. They've actually, but they made a good strategic ploy because India was a much bigger market. They wanted to focus all their resources in India, obviously, because a huge delivery space, right? But China is like they've saturated in China. So all these companies are looking to go outside.
China is very big in Africa as well, right? There are a lot of spaces like we have business in Guinea.
Correct.
Yeah. The most of the of the players there are Chinese.
Right.
Roads, all these things are built
Oh,
by
absolutely.
China.
See, when it
You know?
comes to infrastructure,
Yeah.
see, China is so resource hungry.
Yes.
And where do you have all the most, I think, endowed place in the world in terms of minerals and resources, Africa.
Africa.
So they have gone deep dive. They're building cities. In fact, yesterday I was reading this very interesting story in Bloomberg about this Chinese trader who was actually started, I think, which was it, nickel or cobalt, which they actually started getting, shipped. And he made a whole $1 billion fortune just finding, supplies from there and sending it to China. Because the buyers are there, they need more because they're
Yeah.
building for the whole world,
Yes.
right? Look at this room. Probably
Yeah.
70% is now from China, right?
China.
Even high quality
Yeah.
stuff, which not the cheap stuff anymore. So when you're
It's
building for the whole
it's
world,
resource from China,
you need
branded
resources.
in Spain.
Branded as
Spain. That's it. Yeah.
So that's what this is. What so this is why
Yeah.
they are so hungry. When they go to Africa, this will buy it all.
Yes.
So I may go there for like this 2%. Chinese, will take it all. So even they're interested to work one Chinese customer, right? So it's a very exciting time.
Yeah.
China is now going global, right? So this is very exciting. Till now, the world was going there, building the stuff and taking it out. Now you the age of you look at automobiles, right? That's the first, thing which is
Yeah.
visually we actually see. Kita is the food empire. I mean, look at Qatar's favorite car today is
Yeah.
now. I'm
Cherry.
not sure if it's Land Cruiser anymore, right? Or is it
It's,
Jetor?
I think, see, traditionally Land Cruiser is their favorite car.
Correct.
But their second car at home used to be a Toyota Camry.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now that has changed from a Toyota Camry to a Cherry.
To a Cherry.
Yeah. Or to a Jet Tour or something like that. Because they've realized that what the Camry doesn't offer, the Jet Tour and the Cherry offers.
Yeah.
And I was surprised, a Tigo Cherry costs something like 45,000 reals. It's like that's like buying a Kia Picanto.
Yeah.
It's roughly the same cost. So
And the interiors are like
interiors are
futuristic.
full futuristic. It's a 2-liter engine.
Right.
Some of them come electric.
Right.
So it's
So that's what even I noticed. When we went in Shenzhen, even the average every car has a massage seats are like a thing.
yes.
It's like here it's a luxury, there it's like a mass thing, right? So this is what I'm saying. It's that's why I say everything is when we go there, we are just looking all in awe. Every time we find something new, how they have built massive engineering, massive ambition.
Yes.
So that's what I said. Wow, So we go there, we get inspired. You said this is how we should think, right?
Yes.
I always say every country thinks 5 years. China plans 50 years ahead. They're building it for the
I've
next.
seen some of the videos I've seen on the roads.
Yeah.
From going from the ground floor to the top floor, they have escalators on the roads.
Right.
I was shocked.
Yeah.
I was like, why do you need escalators when you don't have? Are they are people lazy there?
We are the only lazy people.
We are the lazy people, yeah.
Maybe it's for tourists,
Yeah.
like us.
People like us too. Yeah. Okay.
From the Gulf,
But that means they saw that as a an opportunity, and then they did that.
Correct.
Which is that's what I like about
See,
China.
This time
They spend an opportunity.
I had the
all
opportunity to travel on the fastest bullet train in the world. It's called the G series. They have different series there. It's from Shanghai to Beijing.
Okay.
130 kilometers per hour top speed. So super smooth. But initial takes and it's like convenient. It has all the modern convenience, neat, clean, great service. And they said, no, this is the next year, a new series is coming, 140, 150 tops, In fact,
What was the journey time? How long did
so
it take?
it took me I took 3 hours roughly from Shanghai to Beijing. Typical by road, it would take 14, 15 hours or something, or maybe 16 hours.
And flight also the same?
No, flight would be, maybe in the same time.
Same,
Shanghai, Beijing is around the same. This is like 3 hours bullet, I had,
What's the cost of it?
Very affordable. I think so if you take a business class ticket, it'll be around 700, 800 reals equivalent. And then if you want, there's something they have a premium, this one which is slightly less below, that's 500 odd reals, And then there's the average one, it's like $100, 350 reals, where you can get, that's like your economy kind of thing. So they have all these kind of options.
And this 3 hours is the journey, because it's a train, right? You can walk around, you can sort of.
You can actually, because
Yeah.
see, that's why I tried. I always put the still water challenge, right? I put this bottle there
Yes.
and see if it actually, absolutely smooth. And in between, obviously, we were taking breaks to go to the loo or, just getting a
And
stretching.
China has a very scenic beauty, I understand.
Oh, yeah.
It is, when you go to the, but that much speed, would
So that's what I liked, right? So one of the reasons people use the train over the flight is, see, it takes 2 hours for you to come in, check in a plane.
yes.
By then you're already there. In the railway station, you just can't take your hit. You're there. You just need to be like 15, 20 minutes before.
Yes.
I mean, you could risk it by being even 5 minutes before, but you can be 15 minutes and you're there. In a flight, you go 2 hours ahead or 1.5 hours ahead. You wait, go through all the,
Yeah, yeah.
all
Process.
the best security processes. So by then you probably have reached, even if the flight is 2 hours, 3 hours or something, so this is the advantage of that. And yes, so it's very smooth. You can utilize all these. And the best part is what you just mentioned. You actually get a glimpse of China's countryside.
Yes.
We have used to seeing these mega cities which they built, which is mind-boggling.
Yeah.
But I was saying something in Shanghai, I think I saw 10 Dubais.
Oh,
Right, each area is like a Dubai, which they built over there. Like it's just staggering. Obviously, the populations are high, but still, no city is built at this level, right? You walk the interiors and you see even the glimpse of the interiors, and there too, it's looking pretty nice. I was expecting to see, maybe poverty or something like that. Nothing like that. Well developed, my appreciation for China as a country and as a people, as a civilization is just dramatically gone. So,
wow.
so that's what, and I think a lot of my work will
Yes.
be focused on probably bringing together because it's ultimately they deserve that, right? They're the best. That's
Yeah.
what that's in a fair world, they should be the one.
Yeah.
So in Qatar, obviously, see, China is selling to everyone,
Yeah.
right? But now what we're going to see the transition is, as you said, like the Kitas, the high tech. Now you're going to see them in the bigger industries. So this is the change that's actually coming. So where Western high tech have dominated for years now, you're going to see slowly by slowly Chinese tech coming and replacing that.
What sort of robotics innovations are they doing that you said your forte is robotics. So what innovation have you seen that do you think they can adopt to Qatar or to the Middle
Right,
East? What
right.
have you seen anything that can come in?
So it's interesting, right? You said that. Now, why am I interested? I was when the whole AI boom started.
Yes.
We all want to do something in it, right? But
Correct.
I was careful about, everyone's sort of doing agentic AI, they're doing stuff around building solutions around LLMs and stuff like that. So I thought I wanted a space a space which is not being touched around. So Mavericks, my company, which is like a venture studio, we're looking at opportunities around the world, right?
So Mavericks is a company that's based here in Doha.
Mavericks is actually it is originally incorporated in the US,
Okay.
yeah, but yeah, now it's operating in the UAE,
Okay.
Qatar,
Okay.
Saudi, and these kind of markets,
And
right?
what does Mavericks do?
So Mavericks started off as I'll tell you for that I need to give you a brief of where I come from,
Okay.
and then you'll understand how
Okay.
Mavericks actually is, right? So
We'll get to Mavericks and we'll get to where you come from, Mavericks, and then we'll go to robotics. How
correct,
about that?
great, so okay, I was born and raised in Qatar.
In Qatar.
Okay.
Awesome.
So born my parents from my dad used to be an air traffic controller in Bombay
Okay.
in the 70s. Then Sahara International Airport,
Yes.
now Chhatrapati
Yes.
Shivaji. And so the British was running the airport those days. A British company called I think IAL, and they came out with this opportunity, to set up something new, because the Doha airport was going through a lot of transformation back then in the 70s because Bahrain was, what I understand, still the main
Yes.
hub back in the day,
Yes.
right? And Doha was slowly getting the upgrade. And so he was part of that initial team project and which came, and he loved it here, right? Everyone had a
Which
well.
year did he come?
He came in 70, I think 76, I guess,
Okay.
if I'm not sure, right? 70, sorry, 78. Yes, he came in 78. And so when he came, uh, he liked that was a different Doha, right? You and I know that was very nice, peaceful. It still is very peaceful,
Yeah.
but everyone had a villa and a swimming pool. Everyone so it was a great, great vibe. He
Rent
loved
was
it.
cheaper.
I mean, so in Bombay it was expensive, so
Yes.
obviously it came, Doha, but everyone is well
Yeah.
taken care of, right? And it was very peaceful. And so he said, where I'll stay here as long as. And there was ambition, right? They were slowly building this. You could see this, not the kind of real ambition that came in the 90s, but there was
Yes,
still
yes,
ambition
yes.
they were building. So I happened here. My sister happened here. We grew up here,
Yes. Okay.
and so that's how Then so I went to school here,
Which school
but
did you go to?
I went to MES.
MES.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
So
That was only MES and
that was
ITIL.
probably yeah. You
The
had
only two school
in
Indian
fact, I
schools.
think there was only MES back then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
MES. No, ITIL
So
was also there.
I did just came, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
can't remember
Yeah,
which year. I can't remember which year
yeah.
they came.
86,
86 or
87. Yeah,
something, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So I went in, yes, and so that was an upbringing. That was experience in itself. I mean, growing. Our campus was not the sprawling campus which you have right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
That
This is a
the
Rayan
the
branch.
Rayan branch.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So
Our earlier guest, Mr. Shaheen, was talking about the Rayan and how Al-Sad was the first branch, and
right,
then Rayan was the next
right,
branch, and then of course, Shaheen and I are classmates, of course.
right.
So till sixth standard,
Yeah.
and then we
So
had a
Shine is way my senior. Yeah,
yeah,
Icha.
Icha, yeah,
So
yeah,
the villa.
yeah.
So he has probably seen a lot. Most of his probably schooling would have been in the old campus.
Yes, yes,
For me, it's the
true.
other way. Most of us in the new
New
campus, right?
campus, yeah,
So,
yeah,
so sorry, I'm not telling that I'm way younger. That's not
yeah,
the message I'm
yeah.
sending, guys.
Absolutely,
We love you, Icha.
yeah,
You're watching.
yeah. Me too, yeah,
Yeah. So this is where it was, and we enjoyed that. The whole see you remember Doha back then was like
yeah,
we're like one, I would say, an urban village, right? You have all the trappings of a big city.
yeah,
You had your McDonald's, you had everything, and you had that village vibe where everyone met everyone,
yes,
everyone picnicked together, everyone met,
yeah,
so
exactly,
it was you had the best of both worlds, right?
yeah.
Even today I would say, if you look cities around the world, there's a charm balance here which no other city has.
It was a way of networking.
Correct.
Camaraderie was
Correct.
more aware at that time,
Right.
and people depended on each other because there was a lot of uncertainties on how the system worked.
Right.
A lot of people did not know how Qatar. The people did not know Qatar. They didn't know. So the communication happened easier
Right.
when people got together,
Right. Right.
and
Right.
when they got together, they
Yeah.
realized that
And everyone knew everyone, right?
yes,
Now in this
yes.
building, we could live here for 20 years and
Yeah.
we won't know who's next
Rules,
door.
yes, yeah.
That day, everyone knew everyone, So it was a different time,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
So it had the best, amazing charm. So that was a big part of the upbringing. So those things, I think, those formative years kind of even shape us, right?
Okay.
So that's what we value the most now. We like that laid back lifestyle,
Yeah.
right? We somewhere in us, we may go around the world, we may chase many things, but we crave for that more relaxed, and we have straight going people. That's another thing which I noticed, right? So we used to have a joke, right? Mainland Indians and because they were much more smarter. They're
Yeah.
coming because they went
No,
through
the
the hustle
struggles
and
were higher.
the struggles were higher.
Our struggles were much. Our fathers were. We were fortunate enough that our fathers did not. Make us
But
go
not
any
like
way.
us.
There were struggles. It was not
Right,
that they
right,
were not struggles,
right, right,
but our struggles were different.
right,
Yeah, and from someone who comes from India, they are in a competition,
right.
whereas we are not in competition
You're not company.
with that. Our
Yes,
competition is entirely different.
right. We had it
So
easy.
that
Yeah,
is my question to you.
yeah,
You have many business forums and business entrepreneurs here who come from mainland India,
right,
and you are from Doha, a product of Doha, a product of understanding how Doha and
right.
its environment is. How do you see how is your impact into this into this
So we
society?
talk about the advantages, people who grew up in India
Yeah.
has, right? Because they came through the hustle and bustle.
Yes.
My dad was in Bombay, so that shaped him because you have to be competitive.
Yeah.
There's a that in a sense shapes who you are.
So he's given you the direction on how to take
He
it.
wanted, he tried.
Yeah.
I don't say, I'm not sure. Did he succeed is another total different thing, but he tried.
Success is measured by somebody else.
I'll tell you what he did after that
Yes.
because he was so happy with unhappy the way we were growing because we were spoiled, and he put me in poverty for 4 years. He sent me to engineering school when we went for college, where he gave me hardly any pocket money. Now that seems to be the greatest phase of my life.
Yes.
Thank you, because we learn many things. But going back
A
to your
fish
question,
out of water.
fish out of water. But
Yes.
going back to your question, what value? See, I spoke about the advantage made, but there are advantages we Indians who actually grew up here, or any expat who grew up here, they're more globalized.
More
I
globalized.
think they're more at comfort handling international or cosmopolitan environments.
Okay.
Maybe because we had the natural advantage of being having an upbringing here,
Okay.
and we had one leg on one foot on both sides.
Okay.
And it's not that we were like totally Americanized. We
Okay.
had no touch of India.
Yes.
We were taking our July, August vacations there. We had a lot of active community. We had Bollywood. We had movies. We
Yes.
had everything here, right? So you had food. You're connected to your. It's not that we don't have our roots. At the same time, we had an exposure with other nationalities as well. We had friends from
Yeah.
be it Qataris,
Yeah. Yeah.
be it the Brits and whoever, right? So that helped us shape. And we traveled a lot more.
The ecosystem is
The ecosystem.
multi this thing.
Multi.
So this is one of the things that when I was talking to him about my son, I was telling him the difference between India and Doha was the schooling system.
Right.
The schooling system gives you a different nationality each time.
Right.
You meet a different nationality each time.
Right.
Whereas in India, you only meet the nationalities within Kerala,
Correct.
within
Correct.
this thing. So
Which is a very good point, is that, Tom. We are more, even the Indians here are probably more Indians than the Indians in India. Because in India, you're probably from one state. You probably meet people only from that state.
yes,
So you are probably more comfortable, even linguistically. If you're from Kerala, probably you don't speak English or Hindi,
Yeah.
sorry, as well as you should.
Yeah.
So that means your relationship with someone from another state in India is probably not that easy. But someone who grew up here, we had to pick up
Yeah.
all these languages, and we
days when you used to go to the taxi drivers, they were
right.
Pakistanis.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
The chacha.
yeah, chachas,
The yellow, the
yeah.
golden beard.
So Urdu
Yeah.
was a common language
The red beard.
spoken.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was a Hindi and Urdu is similar.
You can. It's you have to learn. You have to pick
You
up.
have to
It's
pick
basics. You have to learn. There's no way
and the orange
escaping.
white taxis were the
Yeah.
highlights
Right.
at that time.
So,
So let's move to you. We talked a
so
little
now
bit
we
about
spoke a little bit. Yeah. So
let's
then
move to Mavericks and how did that?
So 2005, I finished college as an engineering. See, if you're born to Indian parents, you pretty much can be an engineer or a doctor.
Okay.
My parents were broadband. They gave me a third option. You could be a chartered accountant, but that's all. So I did engineering. So because we weren't exactly ambitious when we were at school, right? Because honestly, we didn't have the hunger because we had it really easy.
2005, you did engineering in what?
In computer science.
Computer science.
Right. So I had a natural, because see, that's the only thing I would do engineering in, because there was no way I'm doing engineering in mechanical or something, because it wasn't my choice to do engineering, because they said this is what you should do, and we were so, okay, fine. I think that's what everyone knew. That's what we did. We had no clue, ambition. It's not that I had a burning desire, I want to be a lawyer or a doctor. So when we went there, so I got my first job in this company, which is so almost like a pseudo code kind of thing. So I was supposed to join. We had some basic training session. That's when I realized this is not something I was enjoying. But nevertheless, I thought we'll go with the flow. But this is where I had this chance encounter with this couple of guys who were actually building. They were building a travel software for travel agencies, a travel back office system. Okay, it's interesting. Those days we didn't have the word startup. I'm talking 20 years back, 2005. The word startup didn't exist.